Learn how to start, grow, and automate your ideal business based on your passions, talents, and expertise so you can live a life of ease. At ConocoPhillips, we believe there's power in cooperation. That's why we've teamed with GE to create the Global Water Sustainability Center in Doha, dedicated to developing innovative water solutions and promoting water conservation. It's just another way we're committed to doing our part to help solve tomorrow's energy challenges today.
Hi, I'm Bandit. I'm the official travel dog for a special dog rescue. My owner says I could get myself into trouble in a New York minute, but I'm too innocent for that sort of thing.
Possible causes of impingement are outlet impingement, subacromial spurs, type 2 or 3 acromions. Normal anatomic variants can cause compression.
He stood at the bow of his ship, surveying the ruins of 1,000 vessels that lay before him, men still fighting against the currents for the sake of survival. The weathered hull of his ship had seen much blood under his rule. Today was no exception. This could have been the last great battle of his life, yet the empire he had built had not toppled. He was no longer merely a seaman, but a ruler over the 7 seas.
With 9 customers and fast approaching $1 billion in annual revenue, Columbia is the 3rd largest site in the Americas. Columbia leads the industry in build-to-order systems integration, offering a compelling suite of manufacturing and supply chain services to leading OEMs in computing, communications, networking, and self-service automation. The Selectron production system is the heart of Columbia's manufacturing strategy, and nowhere is that more visible than the Kodak kiosk line.
This is an exciting time in your life, hanging out with friends, playing sports, listening to your favorite bands. Hey, and don't forget about all the great classes and cool clubs at school.
Here we go.
But have you ever stopped to think about your future? Maybe you want to be a scientist or a writer or maybe even a chef. Hey, if you have an interest in cooking and food service, but you really don't know what to do about it except to get a job at a local restaurant, well, hey, actually, that's just the beginning.
No matter how well you prepare yourself for a trip like this, you can never be prepared for how God will use you and what He will teach you. Our team quickly learned that God was not only going to challenge us physically, but spiritually as well. The process used to analyze your answers is extremely precise and accurate and provides a detailed technical evaluation of your responses. You only have to answer each question honestly, with only a yes or a no, after you hear the following tone.
Reality 101 is brought to you by Verve Communications. Spirit and enthusiasm behind creative ideas that produce results.
Ladies and gentlemen, we begin our 2011 presentation of the South Carolina Farm Bureau Young Farmer and Rancher Achievement Award with a visit to Lawrence County, where we meet Jim and Nancy Ollis, along with children Hayden, Keegan, and Xander. The Ollis farm is primarily a beef operation and consists of some 180 cow-calf combinations, as well as 1,000 additional calves purchased for backgrounding. How do you feel on the green? Recreate all of the emotions around this putt. Get the feelings back that you felt, and repeatedly see yourself holding this putt over and over again. And keep doing this for the next 2 minutes. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? Did you dream of a career in which you could help people, create things, make discoveries, lead a team to success? Chances are, whatever you wanted to be or do, it was something that excited you. The question now is not whether you became exactly what you pictured. Rather, the question is, did you end up in a career that excites you? Did you take a position that you find fulfilling and rewarding as your child self wanted for the grown-up you? Or did you just settle for something less? Yes, there is a way to enjoy free accommodations to places like Hawaii, Las Vegas, Hollywood, Malibu Beach, and Beverly Hills. Forget about the traditional way of looking for hotels to stay with high prices, extra charges for internet, parking, and no kitchen. What if you're a family traveling together? Can you stay in a studio hotel room?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
That's why Vacation for You Too is here to make it simple and low cost to everyone. What separates those who are successful in life and those who are not? Those who actually take steps and make it happen, step by step. Remember that in life and in business, there are no shortcuts. It is discipline that is required if you really want to change your communication habits. Be an effective listener, leading you to being an effective leader. Sir Isaac Newton worked on a number of physical problems during his lifetime. Newton formulated the basic laws of mechanics and discovered the universal law of gravitation. Newton is also well known for his work in light and optical devices. Finally, in his quest to understand physics, Newton developed a form of mathematical calculus. Global Aviation English Tutorial. Airline Customer Service. The National Airline Quality Rating, a joint research project shared by Wichita State University and Purdue University, shows that airline performance is steadily improving. Executive Briefing. Social Media and Business. Book by Steve Nichols. A seismic shift is occurring in the way businesses and customers will interact in the future. Social media offers businesses great possibilities and a few potential pitfalls. John Saxe's poem illustrated in Figure 2 describes the experience of 6 blind men approaching different parts of an elephant. If we were one of those blind men and we stopped after the first visit to the elephant, we would leave with a narrow experience of the elephant and a lower level of understanding. Similarly, a world of difference exists between the social media applications such as Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and how you practically integrate social media into the fabric of your business.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
In the early hours of December 7, 1941, a Japanese task force containing 6 aircraft carriers sailed to a point 230 miles north of the Hawaiian island of Oahu and launched 354 warplanes in 2 waves. These flew undetected to Oahu, surprising the American military.
Tucked in the hills of western North Carolina is a place that provides everything you're looking for in a destination. Biltmore Estate in Asheville, North Carolina, was the vision of George Vanderbilt, a man whose broad interests, a love of learning, architecture, and history, are reflected in his magnificent country home. This 250-room home, completed in 1895 and built in the style of French Renaissance chateau, holds treasures collected from around the world, including masterpieces by Renoir, Whistler, and John Singer Sargent.
One day you're soaring on a goose's wings. The next you're writing a nation's future. It was fate. I could just as easily have wound up on some Yankee Doodle's hat and you'd be calling me Macaroni.
It needs cheese.
But no, I was plucked from obscurity, given the job of a lifetime. And lucky for you, I wrote down every word of it. I can tell you how the Constitution was drafted. Ooh, that ink is cold. I've got the scoop on the framers and their vision. Not to mention the revisions. All this scratching, it's enough to give you a nervous breakdown. The Constitution, it's a big part of what makes this country great.
This fall, something extraordinary is about to happen. It will change your life, your community, and open up a world of new
possibilities.
The Alchemist, coming to a town near you. Begin.